Hello, namaste. So I've got a little story about Lakshmi for you here. And Lakshmi, she's the goddess of abundance, good fortune, and wealth. Also the goddess she's sort of the goddess of beauty and all the goodness and sweetness and fertile things in life. And she's often shown with, well, always actually shown with one hand reaching out, and from this hand is pouring an infinite stream of gold coins. And I'll show you here. So here she is, and you can see that in one hand, she's got these gold coins pouring from her hand. And you notice it's just pouring in this endless stream. It's not like she's saying, oh, here's one for you, and here's one for you, and oh, I don't think I like you so much, you don't get any, and here's one for you. It's just like grace, right? Grace doesn't pick and choose. It's just pouring, grace pouring out from her hands. But the trick is knowing how to get under the stream. And you know, sometimes when it comes to abundance, we can feel like the stream's over there, and why is everybody else getting it? And here I am sort of like digging a hole over here. So to get in tune with Lakshmi, you can think about how can I try to place myself under that stream so that it falls upon me too. And Lakshmi's grace, an example of how it doesn't pick and choose. It doesn't matter what status you are. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are. Here's a great story as an example of that. So Lakshmi, the festival of Diwali, that's the festival where everyone lights the lanterns in India. And the lanterns are guides to Lakshmi. And so people light these lanterns all over. They light the pathways to their houses, and they light them in front of their houses so that Lakshmi can see these lanterns, and she knows which houses to go to and bless. And so it's the festival of Diwali, the festival of lights, and Lakshmi is hanging out with her husband Vishnu, and she says, I'm gonna go and bless some houses. And so she leaves, and she's following the lights, and as she's following the lights, she sees all these lights leading to a sweeper's home. And the sweepers, they're untouchables. So there was a caste system, you know, and they were like the lowest of the low, but they lit the most beautiful lights, and their house was decorated and cleaned, and they had this beautiful offering, the most simple food, but so much love poured into this offering set out for Lakshmi. And so she went to the sweeper's home, and she ate the food that the sweepers let out for her. And when she got back home, she told Vishnu where she went, and Vishnu was so upset. Vishnu was like, oh, you know, how could you do that? You are a Brahmin, you are the highest caste there is, and these are the lowest of the low, and you've eaten their food, you're impure now, I don't want anything to do with you. And Lakshmi said, fine, you don't want anything to do with me? You can leave the house, get out. And so Vishnu leaves. But he's so hungry, he's starving. And so as he leaves, he goes and knocks on the doors of the houses of all the other gods and goddesses. And he says, please, could you feed me? You know, Lakshmi, she didn't feed me, and I wouldn't want her food anyway because she's impure, because she was hanging out with the sweepers. Could I please have a little food? And all the doors close one by one. Nobody will feed Vishnu, and he has to come back basically begging on his knees and apologizing to Lakshmi for being so closed-hearted. And so Lakshmi's blessing, it's for everyone, but it's not always easy. And one of her names, one of her attributes actually, is that she's very fickle. They say she's like the sunlight that shimmers on top of a stream. You know, it's captivating. It sort of draws you in, but it's really hard to hold. You can't really take it and say, this is mine. And so this energy of Lakshmi, it's kind of difficult to find for some of us. And so they say that if you want it, if you want to invite in this sort of wealth, whether it's material wealth or any other kind of wealth, whether it's love or friendship in your life, that what you have to do is become as much like Lakshmi as possible. To whatever degree you can, you become Lakshmi. And in doing so, you invite Lakshmi in. And so if you're feeling some less than abundance in your life, then think about how you could be like Lakshmi in that story, and just give and give and give and give, and see what happens. Hopefully it'll come back to you. Namaste.